Animal Man, presented by the Riverside Animal Hospital and Dr. Dan Drehas. Dr. Dan will discuss various aspects of the animal kingdom and how you should care for your pets. If you have a topic that you'd like Dr. Dan to address or a question you'd like to have answered, just call KWPC studio line at 263-8600 to participate. Please understand that the views and opinions expressed by the participants of the program are not necessarily those of the management, employees, or advertisers of this radio station. And now it's time to find out what's in store for us today. From Dr. Dan Drehas, Dr. Dan the Animal Man, brought to you by the Riverside Animal Hospital in Muscatine.
Good morning, Muscatine and the surrounding areas. I think we finally reached spring.
I hope so.
And, well, we talked about last week, which is supposed to be spring, and now it is officially spring, what, yesterday, the day before, tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 5 something.
Is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 5. And we got all things going on, and we're going to talk about, I talked about 2 weeks ago, we were going to talk about heartworms like that, but we're going to sidetrack and talk about the dog park.
Well, thanks, Dan.
So
Dr. Dan?
So let's talk about what's new, what's coming up, and everything.
Well, thank goodness it's 2019 and we have a dog park that's open. We opened on November 1, so this is going to be our first full active year.
You bet.
It was a pretty hardy winter, let's put it that way. Yeah. I hear there was like ice rink at times down there, but...
I never did stop down there. I stopped down there fall after you guys opened up, but I never drove through there in the winter, I guess.
Well, we had a hearty few. There's an interesting Facebook group called Muscatine Dog Pals, and they set up play groups.
Oh,
and they'll
so
say, hey, I'm going down here at 10:30 with, Kinnick or Jordy or whoever, and people show up and they built some play groups.
Cool.
But they have reported that during the worst of it here in February and January, it was pretty icy.
Yeah.
But it is a field.
Yeah. It gets no different than trying to run in your own yard.
But it's looking pretty good now. We have a nice spring week finally, and going to break the 50-degree and get some wind and dry it out. And
It's probably actually seen some brown or green.
Yeah.
Brown. The green is coming around the corner, I think.
Yes.
With some 60-degree weather coming up. But when you talked with me a few weeks ago about coming out today, there's some stuff coming down the pike.
Yes. To promote spring and to get people back into the mood to go out to the dog park, we're having a spring public meeting at the library on Monday the 25th. So this coming Monday from 6 to 7 in the large meeting room. So it's sort of a mirror of what we did last fall, and that was to help educate people on the rules and the guidelines for the City of Muscatine Dog Park, allow them to help register them. So last time we registered probably about 20 people and took it down to City Hall for them. We have some dog park etiquette.
Oh, great.
Because that's sort of what we're going through, is there's a lot of training opportunities on what to do and things. So we've got an hour-long meeting on Monday the 25th that we're inviting anybody to. It's human only, though.
Human
only.
And that's where again?
Down at the Musser Library on 2nd Street. So we're using...
I finally was in there the other day.
Good. It's great.
Beautiful facility. So is it the main floor, second floor?
Third floor, the big conference room.
Okay.
There is not a bad view in that building.
Oh, I know.
It is gorgeous, but we will be upstairs, and so please come and join us, and be ready to ask questions and to maybe learn a little bit.
All right. How has the because there's actually a what do you call it, a member fee or whatever?
Yeah. So there is a dog park permit, which is a $15 annual fee that is managed by the Parks and Rec Department, which helps them with the maintenance and such. We wanted to make sure that this wasn't a tax burden to non-dog owners or dog park users. Also, there is a fee, the traditional pet license, if you live in the City of Muscatine, that has nothing to do with the dog park, but that's managed through the Finance Department, and that's depending on if it's a neuter dog or not. And is it $5 or there's different fee levels.
Depending if it's spayed or neutered, that sort of thing,
But if you're county, you don't need that one, but you do need the dog park permit. So.
Okay. And where do you get this? Where do you purchase it at?
Well, you can do it online. So under the Muscatine...
I'm cheating. I'm looking at the website and get some questions asked.
Darn, I thought you were pretty quick about that. It is online. You can buy the dog park permit online under the Parks and Rec Department page, or you can go down there and actually take care of both at the same time. Parks and Rec is in the lower level of City Hall, and the finance is on the first floor.
Because the reason I say it, because I also noticed on here I have like a 1 day pass or something like that, maybe if you're coming from out of town.
Yes,
$5.
yeah, we're trying out the day pass. We're doing it online only. We don't have like a box down there.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
And we've had some people like pass through on their way home to Iowa City stop. Well, I talked to a gentleman last November when we were down there, because we do have volunteers that will stop down on the weekends.
Okay.
And we're going to build that up this spring so that we can share information and stuff like that. So
okay.
So we do have a volunteer group that will work that. But yeah, there is a day pass. We're working that out to see how well that goes.
Okay, and I know I stopped down there, and the layout is, once the trees get a little bigger, it'll have a little more shade, stuff like that. Describe the areas for those people that's like are listening to the first time.
Right.
And I know you've been, inundating in your whole crew, the area as far as what's been going on, but.
We have a really good design. I mean, it's a very good dog park in that it's not just one fenced-in area. You pull in, there's 20 parking spots dedicated to us. We're right off of Hauser, so you pull back to a field, what used to be a field. We have 3 areas.
There's not a sign, I don't think, on Hauser yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
So that's one of our open items. We have a monument sign that'll be going up. That is for the dog park and the pollinator garden, because we share our space with the pollinator garden. The first area, there's a large dog area that's 2.5 acres. So, and with each area, there's a double gated entry. So you walk into a holding pen that's concrete, close one gate, and then you take your leash off and open another gate. Right next to that's a small dog area that's 1.5 acres, which is a lot of space for little dogs.
That's why I think I remember seeing a couple run around there.
Yep.
They got a lot of space.
Our most active is the large dog right now. Boy, and they are loving it. And then we do have a third area that's 1/2 acre. That's for timid, shy, rescue dogs in transition, senior dogs, or senior people, Right now, each section has like a shelter and water and poop bags in it.
Is there like was there some like obstacles in any of those?
No, we don't yet. I mean,
I remember thinking in my mind that'd be a good place for one, but there may be some hitches with that.
Well, we've had people ask for agility equipment or play equipment, and you want to do that cautiously because some people think, I want a big A-frame, and it's like, your dog needs to be old enough, and be fully developed for that. But we could build some structures and add that in. So, but yeah, each of the areas, and the small or the timid dog area doesn't have to be just for shy dogs. We've had somebody that had like 3 huskies, and one had never been to a dog park before. So they started over there. It's sort of a transition. And what we ask people in that area is be courteous.
No.
And if somebody's already in there, ask them, can I come in and play? Or, can I wait a few minutes? Because you don't know the condition of the pet.
Introduce each other, and we say that even like in the vet business, introduce them slowly.
Yes.
Granted, it is off leash in there, but you may want to have the leashes on when they're introducing each other in case pull them away or something like that.
Well, and that's part of it. It is off leash, and as the pet parent, you're responsible for your pet, the area around your pet, keeping it clean, of course. But also be aware of the other dogs in the area and how the dogs are interacting in their body language, and that's one of the things we like to try to cover in the public meeting. So, because you never know, you get a 90-pound lab flying at you, and they could take out your knee. All they have to do is bump you. They're not paying attention; they're playing.
What's the? I can't. I'm looking in my mind's eye, the postings and stuff like that. As far as as a veterinarian, we talk about the vaccine, having their tag for the city, which is rabies. Right. What other things do you have anything posted as far as?
Not yet. Like there is another open item. That's our communication kiosk that'll go at the main entrance shelter. We have a huge main entrance shelter. It's very tall. You can see it from the bypass. That was donated from Affordable Metals, and it was beautiful. But we have a communication kiosk, and we hope to put things like that, like heart and worm worm and tick reminders. What vaccinations, and rabies is not the only one. Do parvo, do Bordetella. It's not required, but do it.
Which comes to my part of the show too, because we talked about this in the past, where if you're going to go down the dog park, just as an owner trying to share that, I would want to share that park and with other animals, I'd want to protect my own pet to make sure, hey, if I'm going to go down there, am I caught up on some stuff? Because most people think, well, I don't need Bordetella because that's kennel cough, quote unquote. It's not just for kennels. No. It's a canine cough. We stopped calling it kennel cough years ago. It's canine, dog cough. And that spread just by nose to nose through a fence. Can be walking down the street, dog park, groomers, stuff like that. So there's some veterinarians around here that don't promote it quite as much. Riverside, it's almost like a core vaccine at Riverside Animal Hospital because, maybe you want to go down to the dog park and now you don't think about it. You know what? I declined it in the past and, maybe I should have. So I go to the dog park. You obviously mentioned the parvo distemper. That's a no-brainer. And even one thing you may want to consider more and more is lepto. Lepto, which I'll talk about in a couple weeks, here in Iowa, it's spread through the urine, and guess what the dogs will do there?
Oh, yeah.
Urinate. So where we catch that specific disease is not just near rivers and ponds, but at rest stops and dog parks where there's a higher concentration area. And that's, again, spread through urine, which they're urinating there, obviously. So those things specifically. And deworming your pets. When we're talking about your dogs, deworming, and the easiest way to deworm your dog, right? Heartworm pill every month.
Yep.
The rounds of the hooks they get, you'll take care of that with your heartworm pill,
right,
which leads into your heartworm disease. So some good maintenance stuff because you're going to a place that has maybe only dog there at the same time, so you think, hey, I'm safe. No, there's stuff on the ground.
Yes.
There's mosquitoes in the area, so protect them for that. So that's some good information that we as veterinarians we hope to see out there. But that's what the radio show is for. That's
what the communication kiosk. We'd like to rotate through information like that, especially when it's the beginning of the season. It's like here's a reminder, and like lepto, I hadn't thought of that. It's like it'd be perfect to put on there. Please, consider these and talk to your vet. I mean, that's the perfect thing is one, talk to your vet and see if they think your pet would like the dog park, because not all dogs are going to like it, or some might like it but without other dogs around, but know what shots, what vaccinations they should be on, and like you said, Bordetella is what used to be canine or kennel cough. You could get it walking and just meeting another dog on the street.
Could be in your own backyard and some dog come around. So let's talk more about things that you can use it for, but we should take a break, and we'll be back in a few minutes. This is Dr. Dan, the Animal Man Show.
Wolf Contracting Incorporated, located in Muscatine, has been proudly serving the commercial and industrial construction and remodeling needs of eastern Iowa for years. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, which is an amazing testament to the quality of their work. Call Wolf Contracting today and see for yourself.
Here's a look at your forecast from the KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1 Weather Center. We'll see mainly sunny skies into the day today, followed by increasing cloudiness and a high temperature around 52. For tonight, with cloudy skies, some scattered showers are expected with a low temperature around 36. Still could see a few showers early into Wednesday, followed by a high of 53 tomorrow. With some sunshine returning on Thursday, highs stay around 53, on the way near 60 for a high on Friday. I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. Right now, 30.
Welcome back to Dr. Dan the Animal Man, presented by the Riverside Animal Hospital and Dr. Dan Drehas. Please understand that the views and opinions expressed by the participants of the program are not necessarily those of the management, employees, or advertisers of this radio station. The number to call is 263-8600. And now, back to Dr. Dan the Animal Man.
We are back. This is Dr. Dan the Animal Man. Again, 263-8600. I forgot to mention the text call line. If you've been down there, give us a call and tell us what you think about it. I think that would be great opportunity if you brought your dog down to the dog park and used it. You can even give a call, give some suggestions, what you liked about it, some things down the road. And speaking of that, numbers, contact, names, websites, what all information do we have so people can jot things down?
Well, the city does have on the Muscatine, the Parks and Rec page. They do have a page dedicated to the Muscatine Dog Park. You just have to Google that. We're now on bringfido.com. I got us on there. But we're pretty much Facebook driven. So Comp for Dogs, COMP number 4 Dogs, has been our Facebook site for a long time, and that's where we post events and things going on. And then we have another new active page called Muscatine Dog Pals, which is, play groups, just sort of, hey, I'm going down. So we do need some more small dogs represented there. It's been sort of taken over by the Huskies and the Goldens and, all the large breeds.
A lot of good pictures on there. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted looking at your count. 4 dogs. Wow, there's some dogs having some fun there.
There are. And some are low key. Well, I mean, you just saw Lily.
Some big groups of them.
Yes. Yeah. You got some low key, and they're just, I want to focus on myself. But we have 2.5 acres. They can go to the backside and just play around and have fun. And then other ones are just playing with each other. I mean, you get a pack of huskies in there, and they're just like all over the place.
I gotcha. So you can go to the website, you can go to the park. Any other contacts?
That would be primarily it. We do respond on the Comp for Dogs. So any comments, we are looking for ideas. Again, another reason to maybe come to the public
talking
meeting.
About some of those.
Yeah, so we'd love to hear your ideas because we're open. We have a great start. We have a few open items, like we talked about the signage, communication center. The Rotary Club is donating some benches. We want to get those in place here. People have talked about agility equipment. Whatever we can do just to incrementally keep improving it.
And here's what I had in my mind's eye. If you go to some of these work sites and they have these extra big, huge concrete sewer things, just having one in there so they can jump and run through.
Yes, a tunnel.
Like a tunnel, but made of concrete, low, no maintenance.
Right.
I could see that kind of being a potential fun thing you see.
Yeah, because climbing and crawling through things, and we'd have to work with the city because we want to make sure that we can keep it easily maintained and stuff. But we have ideas, and they do love to climb, and running through something like that would be great, especially if we have any excess around.
In 263-8600, we'd love to hear from somebody that's been out there so far. Do you know how many, like in last year, how many sign-up members or things that you had?
So right now, our goal's always been about 300 permits, and we're sitting at around 270.
Well, that's pretty close.
Right now, considering we had a winter opening. Yeah. So it's been really good.
Yeah. It went right from, it's open, forget it.
Yes. It's been a little chilly down there, but we're sitting, I think, right on track with what we expect and such. So
you have quite a few liking the Facebook and sharing pictures on there. And again, for those of you that maybe just tune in, Monday,
March 25th at the library, right? 6 to 7 in the large meeting room up on 3rd floor. And we're going to have a public meeting, a spring kickoff. Answer questions, go through a little of the rules and guidelines, do some dog park etiquette. It's all about being focused on your dog and staying off your phone.
Do not bring your dog to this.
No, correct.
It's too nice. We don't want them cocking their legs and all the books down below.
No. I don't want to be cleaning up that mess.
But that sounds like a great opportunity, especially if you have some ideas, want things to share with them, especially if you've been down there and want to say, hey, I've been down there, I would like some benches. Now those are on the way. Some information like that. And I'm gonna put it in my thing because I don't have any plans on Monday night at that time, so I can stop down and add 2 cents worth to my medical things.
And that is important. We want to make sure that all the vets, yourself, you don't have to be super advocates, but just be knowledgeable and share your knowledge with your customers and your clients because you take care of their pet families, and
at least we try to, and that's 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. I now have it saved.
All right.
They're pet families. They're called fur babies.
Fur babies. That's
fur babies. Four-legged fur babies.
Yes, they are.
I'm trying to think of other questions I would have as a dog owner bringing it there. So far, knock on wood, you haven't heard of any scuffles?
Oh, we've had some, yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it come down to my clinic. Got chewed up.
Some dogs do play rough. We have a lot of learning opportunities. Anything can be reported through Parks and Rec or through animal control. Everybody's aware. We've had meetings with the police and animal control about not issue specific, but how to handle them and stuff. And they have really great procedures in place. So, and there are going to be concerns. And some people are,
dogs.
And some people are overprotective. It's like, well, your dog's being rough. Well, they are wild animals, domesticated wild animals.
And you kind of briefly touched on earlier, and I know we talked about it in previous shows where, if you do have one of those dogs that tends to like to be dominant and maybe a little dog aggressive, when you're going to go down there, not to say that you can't go down there, but know what's happening. If you're going down there, there's a bunch of dogs.
Yes.
Be with them. Don't go. Don't let in them when there's 50 dogs in there. Maybe choose your time wisely.
Perfect, and that is choose your time. Use it when there's low use. Let them run and stuff. But if you know your dog is dog aggressive or hasn't been tested out, maybe come down with a friend that your dog is already friends with. But that's important. Or also know we have areas. We have a large dog and a small dog area for a reason. I'm sorry, but a small, white, fluffy dog looks like a bunny rabbit in the large dog area. And some dogs have high prey drive.
Yep.
So don't introduce your dog into that unless you're really, really comfortable. There is a little Jack Russell down there, Dobby. He is fierce, and he's in the large area, and he can move faster. But please be cautious because we want your pet to love the experience as well as you do. So be careful. And that's why we have a sizable small dog area.
Yeah.
An acre and a half is good size.
Do you know when the peak times are there right now? Have you done any auditing of it?
Now that we've had the time change, I'm going to guess that you're going to see a lot of activity around 5 in the afternoon, 6, and then on the weekends. It seems to be like late morning, early afternoon, sometimes late afternoon. It's sort of hard to get a count, but when we go down on our volunteers, we're going to probably take random counts like at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock and stuff. Because we are coming off a tough winter, but
yeah. And I can't remember. You are allowed to bring like frisbees down there, or no?
The sign says no toys.
That's that, and I thought I remember saying it here.
But if there's nobody else there, but take it out. But because if there's a toy in there and there's multiple dogs, it's everybody's toy. So everybody,
mine.
Right. And if there are toys down there that are left unattended, they will go right in the trash because we don't know who brought them and who played with them, and they're just going to go right in the garbage.
Spreading stuff, So that's a good. Instead of a lost and found, I'd probably
they go right in the garbage. And the same with treats. If you have to bring a treat because you've got to encourage your dog to come back to you, if it doesn't have great recall, make sure that nobody.
You have a lot of dogs following you.
You're going to be the favorite. So, you might not want to keep it on your body until it's time to leave, but stay with your animal, have fun with your animal, interact with your animal, keep your phone off, keep it there for safety, and take a cute picture and post it, but don't sit there and read the news when you should be watching your dog and other dogs.
Especially if there's a lot of them out there and they're interacting. That's the reason to go down there is interact and hopefully play with your dog and do some stuff like that. Let them run around and
burn it off.
And again, it is a nice that they have an opportunity if you like to socialize your dog is a good socializer. Here's finally your opportunity because we don't have any facilities in town that have play preschool for dogs. They have those, and I don't think
we do have daycare.
You do. There is one now, I think. Yeah. Well, tell us about it.
Well, we do have a daycare in town, Happy Tales.
That's right. I forgot. That's been just a year or so?
It's been a year, yeah.
Okay. Tell us about Happy Tales.
Here's
your chance. We got about 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Happy Tales.
Happy Tales is dog daycare and kennel. We do both. And we have a lot of great customers that come down, and we have a lot of small dogs and big dogs. Beth Van Zant and I both are co-owners.
Okay.
So I got to go back to the quiet place to work, and she's there every day with a lot of dogs and such.
I forgot that you said that.
But it is a limited use compared to going to the dog park.
So there's opportunities now here which we've never had before.
No.
Except for I shouldn't say we've never had before. The Humane Society's had that the only place that they've had some sort of puppy school where they can.
They have great classes.
They do.
They have wonderful classes, but again, it's only so many people and dogs. And then if you have a membership, you can use their small fenced-in area. Which comes in handy, but it's only like 4-foot fence. We've got 5-foot fence. We have a lot more space. Luckily, thanks to the city giving us that field.
Yep. So opportunities abound. And remember, Monday, 6 o'clock, Musser Library, no dogs, but bring your dog tales and questions for the Comp for Dogs.
Yep.
You can check the website. I guess I looked, but I didn't look. That's on there as far as...
It's on the Facebook page,
on the Facebook. So go ahead and like it and join them and see all the pictures. I'll tell you, there's some fun pictures with about 10 dogs in one picture. That's pretty awesome. They're having a good time out there. Makes you think of spring coming in.
Yeah,
You can tell it's definitely fall because it's brown.
Yeah. Can't wait till it greens up some.
That's got me nice. I saw little sparks of it when I was driving around last night. So, all right. Well, again, look at the website. See you Monday, and thanks for stopping in.
Thanks, Dan. Dr. Dan.
You bet. See you in a couple weeks.